Hello people, I hope you feel very well. My name is T.H.V. Hernandez and today I'm going to talk about the differences between accent and dialects. Why does English have so many dialects and accents, and the differences between British English and American English? Well, let's start. The definition of accent and dialects used most often by people who work with language words, whereas a dialect is all encompassing. A dialect includes the pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary that people use with a group. Thus, our city will be more aptly named the United States of Dialects, but that doesn't have the same ring to it. Another definition that has been used to explain the differences is that dialects refer to the way people speak their mother tongue, and accents to refer how someone speaks another language. A person speaking English with an Italian accent, for example. This doesn't really capture all of the ways. Accent is used, however, because having a New York accent doesn't mean you ever spoke another language. Closer to the first definition, some people use accent for pronunciation and dialect for the words people use. The second point is, why does English have so many dialects and accents? Because English is the most widely spoken language in the world, having the distinct status of being the official language of multiple countries. The dialect or an accent is usually the factor that enables one to distinguish the various types of English out there. There is a tendency for people to mix English with their local lingo to form a hybrid variety of English language that is as colorful as the culture in that country. Let's pass to the other part. Then we have American and British English differences. Well, we have 7 differences. Number 1, accent. It's difficult to make distinction between US and UK accents when there is such a wide variety of accents within both US and the UK. A Texan and a New Yorker are both American, but have different accents. The same goes for British accents in London, Manchester, and Glasgow. However, some very general distinction can be made. Americans usually pronounce every R in a word, while the British tend to only pronounce the R when it's the first letter of a word. B, or point number 2, spelling. There are also differences between American and British English in the areas of spelling, vocabulary, and grammar. Here are just of the examples. For example, in American they write color, in British they write color. In American they write meter, in British they write metre. Let's pass to letter C, preposition. The differences below are only a general rule. American speech has influenced Britain in via pop culture and vice versa. Therefore, some prepositional differences are not as pronounced as they once were. Example, American English, I'm going to a party on the weekend. British, I'm going to the party at weekend. In American, what are you doing on Christmas? In British, what are you doing at Christmas? D, past simple versus present perfect tense. Americans tend to use the past simple tense when describing something that has recently occurred, while people in the UK are more likely to use the present perfect tense. Example, American English, I ate too much. British, I've eaten too much. Another example, I went to the store. I have been to the shop. Letter E. Letter E, the past participle of get. In the UK, gotten as the past participle of get is considered archaic and was abandoned long ago in favor of got. However, in the US, people still use gotten as the past participle. Example, American English, got gotten. British English, get, got. So there is a little different. Letter F, collective noun, singular or plural. In British English, a collective nouns like committee, government, team, etc. can be either singular or plural, but more often is plural, emphasizing the members of the group. Collective nouns in the United States, by comparison, are always singular, emphasizing the group as one whole entity. Example, American English, the government is doing everything. British English, the government are doing everything. Another example, my team is winning. In British, my team are winning. So there is a little different. Letter G, and this is the last one. Regular or irregular verbs. This is a subtle difference that can be easily overlooked in a speech, but is most apparent in written form. Many verbs that are irregular in the past tense in Britain, like lived, dreamed, burnt, learned, have been made regular in American. Lived, dreamed, burned, and finally learned. Well, I finished today. See you next time, and I hope you have understood everything today. Bye bye. Have a nice rest of the evening.